Jai Hind everyone. In this video, we are covering the biosphere reserves that are located in our country, that is India. So under that, we'll talk about two categories, that is the biosphere reserve that are located in India, and then exclusively the biosphere reserves that are part of UNESCO's Biosphere Reserves network. So let's get started. First of all, we'd like to know what is biosphere. So basically, biosphere means a narrow part of the earth where the living organisms and non-living things interact with each other so that the life continues. Under that, what are the living organisms? We can say flora, fauna, microorganisms, and everything. And what are the non-living things? We can say soil, water, air, etc. So these two interact. These two categories interact with each other so that the life continues on earth. So this is the basic meaning of biosphere. And after that, the conservation of biodiversity. So this biodiversity means different types of organisms, different types of living things, everything that comes and by that has life. So not non-living things, but living organisms. So these all come under biodiversity. And this conservation of biodiversity takes place in two levels. So that is, first one is national level, and the second one is global level. Under national level, we have so many uh, practices like designating national parks, designating an area as wildlife sanctuary, and also we have community reserves and conservation reserves. And in the global level, there is something called Man and Biosphere Program, which was started in 1971 by UNESCO. So under that, we have a network of biosphere reserves that are located across various countries. So under this video, we are talking about the global level, that is the biosphere reserves in India. So let's get started. Regarding national level, we have national parks and wildlife sanctuaries, and we'll try to get to know the basic difference between both of them in the later part of the video. For now, we'll cover the biosphere reserves. Before getting into the list of biospheres in India, first let us know the biosphere reserve meaning. So what are biosphere reserves? These are special protected areas under UNESCO's Man and Biosphere program, which was started in 1971 as earlier told. But what is UNESCO? UNESCO is a specialized organ of United Nations. So under static GK list, we'll also cover the specialized organs of United Nations. But for now, UNESCO is a specialized organ. And what is the full form of UNESCO? The full form of UNESCO is United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. So this MAB program, or what is Man and Biosphere program, was started by UNESCO in 1971. So what is the purpose of this? To conserve biosphere reserves. And what do biosphere reserves do? They are to conserve biodiversity, maintain habitats, whether arid habitat, maritime habitat, natural terrestrial habitat, whatever the habitat that the area encompasses, and also promote sustainable development. So this is the motto between designating areas as biosphere reserves. Now, who appoint or who nominates these biosphere reserves? Although these come under the network of global level, the biosphere reserves are nominated by national governments. So in India, we have 18 biosphere reserves. So these are nominated by national government. Some of them, these are included in UNESCO's Man and Biosphere program. So not all the 18 biosphere reserves are part of global's network, but only some of them. For now, as of 2025, as of today, we have 13 biosphere reserves which are part of UNESCO's Man and Biosphere program. So we'll go through the list in two ways. That is, first we'll cover the global network, and then we'll cover the other reserves that are not part of the network. Under the global network, the first biosphere reserve is Nilgiris. So this is the first biosphere reserve that was nominated by the government in India. So we can say that it is the first biosphere reserve in India, and it is also the first Indian biosphere reserve to be part of global network. So Nilgiris was nominated as biosphere reserve in 1986. And this Nilgiris, this range spreads over 3 states, that is Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and Karnataka. So there is something significant about Nilgiris. So This is where the Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats meet. So this is also of some significance. And then we have Nanda Devi. Nanda Devi Biosphere Reserve is in the state of Uttarakhand. So where is this Nanda Devi Biosphere Reserve? It is in the state of Uttarakhand. The next biosphere reserve is No Creek. So in tiger reserves also, we have covered No Creek, and also I think it is in Ramsar sites also we have covered No Creek Bridge. So it is in the state of Meghalaya. And the next biosphere reserve is Sundarbans. Sundarbans is in the state of West Bengal. And till now we have covered 4. And the next one is Gulf of Mannar. Gulf of Mannar is in the state of Tamil Nadu. So Gulf of Mannar Biosphere Reserve is also part of UNESCO's Biosphere Network. So in one of the attempts I've given, I've got this question. So there were 4 options and I need to choose which was not part of Biosphere Network. So I've got 3 global biosphere reserves and also 1 that was not part of the network. So this is how the questions are being asked in FCAT. And the next one is Simlipal. Simlipal is in the state of Odisha. So Simlipal is already covered so many times, even in tiger reserves also. So I hope it is easier to remember the name which and where it is located. And the next one is Pachmarhi. So Pachmarhi Biosphere Reserve is in the state of Madhya Pradesh. So where does Pachmarhi is located? It is located in Madhya Pradesh. The next one is Kanchenjunga. Kanchenjunga Biosphere Reserve is in the state of Sikkim. So Kanchenjunga, it is also the name of a mountain of Himalayas. It is in the state of Sikkim. The next one is cold desert. So this is the latest addition to the Biosphere Global Network. This is the 13th Biosphere Reserve of India that got added to the network. That is recently, a little while ago, I can say in 2 months ago, it was being added to the list. And then the next Biosphere Reserve is Panna Biosphere Reserve. So Panna Biosphere Reserve is in the state of Madhya Pradesh. In Madhya Pradesh, we have already covered 1 biosphere reserve, that is Pachmarhi, and then the second one is Panna Biosphere Reserve, which is also in Madhya Pradesh. The next one is Agastya Malai Biosphere Reserve. This Agastya Malai Biosphere Reserve is spread over 2 states, that is Kerala and Tamil Nadu. So this Agastya Mala Biosphere Reserve is spread over Kerala and Tamil Nadu. And the 13th and last reserve of the global network is Achanakmar Amarkantak. So Amarkantak, this AA is also spread over 2 states, that is Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. So these are the 13 biosphere reserves. Now let's go through them once again. First one, Nilgiris, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Karnataka. Nanda Devi, Uttarakhand. Nokrek, Meghalaya. Sundarbans, West Bengal. Gulf of Mannar, Tamil Nadu. Great Nicobar, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Simlipal, Odisha. Pachmarhi, Madhya Pradesh. Kanchenjunga, Sikkim. Cold Desert, Himachal Pradesh. Panna Biosphere Reserve, Madhya Pradesh. Agastya Malai Biosphere Reserve, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Achanakmar and Amarkantak, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. So these are the reserves that are in the list of global network. Now we'll cover those that are in the list of global network. And out of 18, we have covered 13. So the remaining, there are 5. That 5, the first one is Seshachalam Hills. So Seshachalam Hills, which is in Andhra Pradesh, is a biosphere reserve in India, but not part of the global list. So Seshachalam Hills, we also know that Tirupati temple, Tirupati and Tirumala are located in this. Tirumala is located in this Seshachalam Hills. The next one is Great Rann of Kutch, which is in Gujarat. So this was the option I've ticked because it wasn't part of the global biosphere network, whereas the other 3 were part of the list. So this was the correct answer for my question. Great Rann of Kutch is in Gujarat. And then the next one is Manas Biosphere Reserve. So Manas is also covered in tiger reserves. So it is easier to remember Manas, which is located in the state of Assam. And the next one is Dihang and Dibang. Dihang and Dibang is in the state of Arunachal Pradesh. So this biosphere reserve is in the state of Arunachal Pradesh. The next one and the last one is Dibru Saikhowa. Dibru Saikhowa is in the state of Assam. So how many biosphere reserves are in Assam? We have two, that is Manas Biosphere Reserve and also Dibru-Saikhowa Biosphere Reserve. These are in the state of Assam. And the next one is Dihang and Dibang, which is in Arunachal Pradesh. Great Ran of Kutch, which is in the state of Gujarat, and also Seshachalam Hills, which is in the state of Andhra Pradesh. So these are the 18 biosphere reserves, out of which 13 are part of Global Biosphere Network, and the rest 5 are not part, but they are designated as biosphere reserves by the Indian government. So with this, we have completed the biosphere reserves, which is the topic for this video. But later, I will be covering national parks of India. So it's better to know the basic difference between national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. Before getting into the difference, first we'll get to know the similarities in national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. So this national parks or wildlife sanctuaries, these are the protected areas under Wildlife Protection Act 1972. So there was an act called Wildlife Protection Act 1972, under which the main motto was to conserve wildlife and also to stop wildlife crime. So under this, there was a resolution for development of national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. And the similarities are, these national parks and any area can be designated as national park or wildlife sanctuary by both center and state. So both center and state can nominate an area as national park and wildlife sanctuary if the area has some ecological significance or has some flora and fauna that is of immense significance, or geological significance, geomorphological significance. So if any area has such uh, essentials to be conserved, then any area can be designated as national park and wildlife sanctuary. So it can be done by both state and center. But what is the difference between national park and wildlife sanctuary? So in national park, it is like national park conserves the whole wildlife. So if it has tigers, if it has deers, if it has giraffes, every species, every wildlife species will be covered under national park. But under wildlife sanctuary, it is for specific species. So if I say this wildlife sanctuary is for tigers, so it will be specifically only for tigers. So that is the basic difference between national park and wildlife sanctuary. And also there is restriction. You need to have permission from someone called chief wildlife warden to roam into national parks. So in national parks also we have areas. So the first one is core area, where no one is permitted to enter into. So this is called core area, and we have certain activities that are permitted through the warden, like ecotourism, education and research. So like this activities will be permitted with, if provided that they have permission to have them. So under this is the basic difference between national park and wildlife sanctuary, where it is very restricted to take any activity in national park, whereas in wildlife sanctuary there is flexibility in management. And when we come to the protection level, national park has more protection level than wildlife sanctuary. So a wildlife sanctuary can be converted into a national park, but not vice versa. That means a national park cannot be converted into wildlife sanctuary. So these are the basic differences between national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. And the similarity, one more similarity is, national park and wildlife sanctuaries are in situ conservation. In situ means the animals, they will not be transported to another place for conservation. So if we take zoo or an aquarium, what happens? We take animals or the species from their original habitat and we put them in a protected area for conservation. So that is called ex situ conservation. So we are taking them away from their original habitat. Whereas in national parks and wildlife sanctuaries, it is an in situ conservation. That means we are protecting them in their original habitat. So that there is also one more similarity between national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. So this is for this video, and in the later video we are covering national parks. There are around more than 100 national parks that are spread across many states of India. So for this video, if you think it is beneficial, please like and share video. Until then, thank you and Jai Hind.